crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look to find your way, man. Yeah, take a look around you, look to find your way, man.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure. This my kingdom, nigga. Stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, Dubai with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth, and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think with your head. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private session. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. I'll be vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new height with the same chill. Y'all too fake, gotta stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah. Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
He's heating up. So healthy, think I'm on the brink of finding plenty people that turn into family. This blood that's inside of me don't define who I would treat like a brother of mine. We unite in spirit and connect the minds for a revolution. It's about time. Let the good of this world outshine. Tip the scale with this grind. Peter Bell, please don't try and test mine. Find high grade when my score combined. Homeschool knowledge is my primary grind. Built the body, turned it into a shrine. Body old boy, can't be plus blind. Freddy got scammed, this life an event. Some negative people will surely come in. Let go of your ego, we all about to win. None of these labels are true at the end. Knocking my dorsal, ain't talking to Ben. Avenger time, baby, guess we gonna sin. What book is relative to heaven and the criteria that let us all in? Questions rhetorical, saving for church. I'm finding my Lord here on the beat verse. Soul eternal, even after the hearse. First life for the second I rehearse. Fight right, every second could be your last turn. Roll it up, breathe might be your last burn. With family, we whip and the yearn. Knowledge is power, we gonna learn. My family, all I need is my family. My is my family. My family. All I need is my family. My family. All I need is my family.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes. Turn around, bite eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 27 hundo and 51 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yahos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you be
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, what is going on? Welcome to the show. Welcome to 2750 Schwam. I'm your host, Papa fucking Swolio. Welcome to the Man Stream. It's Friday, November the 17th, and you know today is overtime, so we'll be going live for overtime after at the end of today's episode. And for those of you that are watching on YouTube, remember, you can catch the full show on Rumble, especially when we go balls deep. We got a bunch of cool stories, not cool stories, but important stories. We got one in particular, and then we got some balls deep videos. And of course, we got overtime right after for members inside Swolenormous X. So you can join right now, swolenormousx.com, and get access to all the private live streams. Last night, the round table. My God, can we get some gorillas and a Hadouken for the round table last night? Wow. What a fucking round table. Round table 56 was absolutely insane. That's available now to listen inside Swolenormous X and Swole TV. And let me tell you, listen to the whole thing. That was absolutely phenomenal. Just really proud of everyone, the Swole fam. Amelia, her son Brian. It was an awesome call, especially at the end. That story was fucking lit. Who was there last night? That was ridiculous. Insane. I'm going to have to listen to that again because of how insane that was. So I think we're going to hear more about that story. I definitely want to share that on a broader scale because that's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, go and check it out. Available, of course, inside Swole TV. Let's get into today's episode. Drop in the comments. What are you smashing today? It is Fef. It is the Fefcast. I'm stoked. Are you stoked? Pinch your nips. Let's fucking go. Without further ado, Falcon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, it's Fef, but I couldn't just say Fef today. We have to go with no dirty dicks. That's good advice.
Because dickers?
Great advice. Don't put dirty dicks in your mouth. That's some new merch over there at papaswolio.com. We are launching, I don't know if it's currently right now, but we are launching the Black Swole Week specials, 20% off site-wide at papaswolio.com. Right now, we have 20% off the Swolember merch. So if you're looking to pick up some new merch, definitely check out the new designs. No Dirty Dicks is available. Let me see. Do I have some images of the new drops? Usually I do. I can load them up. But that's something that I think, and we've discussed this, I think, yesterday. That is something that I think we can unify the world with. I think we can unify the world. I really do. I think that if we come together and all agree on one thing that we have in common, it's that you shouldn't be putting dirty dicks in your mouth. I really think that's some universal advice, wouldn't you say? I don't think anyone can argue that. I don't think that can be argued. So use code Daily Swole for 10% off. But of course, once we have the specials kicked in, 20% off site-wide, don't put dirty dicks in your mouth. No dirty dicks. That's just great advice. Let's check out a couple other things that we got. The North Swole. That's a great design. Okay. papaswolio.com for that one as well. And we have the Spanish version of Ve al puto gimnasio with the little Santa logo. So go and check that out. papaswolio.com. Now let's get right into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, so make sure, fam, that you are also subscribed on Rumble, rumble.com/The Daily Swole, the only place where you could find the full live stream. So make sure you go there, head over there, because otherwise you're going to miss out on the balls deep ending of the show, which is going to be lit. So make sure you subscribe to The Daily Swole on Rumble to catch the full show. A lot of people are watching there right now. We got the majority of the people want to focus on watching over there on Rumble and not on the YouTubes. So that's why I'm doing a little partial stream again. So some of you are like, oh my God, back on YouTube. Well, you catch the beginning of the show, but don't miss out. Make sure you switch over to Rumble, especially at the end. Okay, Matt, we kick it off.
What's in the box?
With Matthew. All right, Matthew, back to Swole card in the picture if you're just listening on Spotify. From episode 2670, hashtag back to Swole, gonna add it to the collection. Good man. On the discussion board, swolenormasex.com, Samantha says, hey all, I'm Samantha and I'm from Virginia. I love being active and spending time outdoors. I've had to do a lot of healing and growing over the past few years, and I got tired of my own excuses holding me back from taking care of myself. My fitness journey has been a roller coaster, and I'm looking forward to being more consistent. I have very little local support, so I'm here to be a learner and a supporter. Aww. Well, we got you, Samantha. This is the place to be. Remember, pillar number 1, community. The Swole fam has got your back. Let's get into a couple email responses, and you can get on the email list over there at makeemailswoleagain.com and respond to those emails. Remember, I'm just going to say it over and over again. These emails are designed for you to reply to them. I'd love to feature a response on the show. When you get an email that kind of hits you in a certain way, make sure you respond. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com to get on the email list. Link is also in the description down below. Don't just settle for knowledge cock in your eye holes and ear holes. I mean, I guess you're getting that in your ear holes, but get in your inbox. Let me stretch out your inbox. Let me rejuvenate a little bit. Enough getting tired of getting gangbanged by all that spam. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com and let me stretch out your box. Come on, I want to. Please let me.
Because dickers.
Let me in. All right. Martin is responding to the email. This will help you train harder. Harder. Martin says, hi. For me, it's kind of hard because I lift every morning from Monday through Friday and the 2 sessions of jujitsu. So I feel stress on my body. I try to do nothing or only yoga on the weekends. If I have too much stress, I stop doing something for some days. Obviously, typos or language barrier, but I hear you. I hear you. You're lifting Monday through Friday and also doing jujitsu, so you might have a recovery concern. Yoga's great on the weekends, but, active recovery, it might be too much. What I want to remind all of you is that doing too many days in a row is also a recipe that doesn't necessarily allow you to recover. Just because you have 2 days, let's say, off from intense training on the weekend, let's say you take 2, doesn't mean that you're going to be recovered the same way as if you took a day off on a Wednesday or on a Tuesday or on a Thursday. Just saying, it's more important that you have continuous recovery on a regular basis. This just comes down to proper programming. So if you're lifting 5 days in a row with jujitsu, it can wear you out to the point where you're still not recovered after 2 days on Monday because you're digging yourself in too much of a hole. So keep that in mind. All right, Oscar, can you be healthy at any size? Dear Papa, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm from Asuncion, Paraguay. I really love all the interesting and funny contents of your Instagram page, books, etc. I have a question for you. I have a female partner at work around 45 years old, and she's having serious weight problems. For me, me and the other colleagues agree that it's a problem because it affects her health. She walks slowly because of her knees that are in pain as a consequence of her weight. The question is, what can I do to encourage her to change her habits, or at least try to change in the best way that she can't get mad at me or things like that? Thanks for your time. And also thanks for showing us a great way of being healthy. You guys can drop in the chat. I mean, encourage her to change her habits. Good luck with that. When you figure it out, let me know. I think the question is this a topic that you've talked to her about? Are you just going to go up to her and be like, hey, you know how you're morbidly obese and you're constantly in pain? Why don't you start making these different changes? I would say, Oscar, are you living that example? Right? It doesn't matter if it's your work family, home family, friends. If you are not living that lifestyle and bringing in your own food and eating in a certain way and talking about exercise and fitness and stuff like that, then you really don't have a place to speak from. You can't just go up to someone and be like, you should change your habits. They're going to get defensive. That's a hard question. I don't really know what your relationship is with this person. Of course, it's your workplace, so it's not the same type of relationship like a personal relationship. So you really don't have any you don't have any jurisdiction aside from you just happen to work at the same place. Now, obviously you care about this person, which is great. And you don't like seeing someone that's in pain because of their lifestyle habits. But maybe what you can do is if you have a break at work, you could ask her like, hey, I'm going for a walk. Do you want to come? And just encourage her to spend some time with you, right? During breaks. And then maybe up in conversation, it can come up and you can just talk about things like, how you doing? Like, how's everything going? And she'll probably talk about her pain or things like, oh, my knees hurt, this and that, or I can't go, my knees hurt. Like, oh, how come? And that's a good in to like offer her some advice or ask some more questions. So if you have a work environment, maybe ask her like, hey, I'm going on a break. I'm just going for a walk. Do you want to come? Like, just be friendly with her. Maybe invite her to do something like lightly physical. I'm going for a walk. You want to come with me? I'm just going to go get some fresh air or something like that. And maybe it can spur some more personal conversations. But honestly, I agree with what Alan just said in the Telegram chat. Alan says, not your circus, not your monkey. Got to leave people alone. I'm just trying to give some advice because you're saying that you want to do, but I agree more with Alan. It's not your business. It really isn't. It's so hard to get people to like change their habits. It's so hard to encourage people to make those kinds of changes. It's not worth it. It's not worth the energy. Because really what you're going to do is either offend her, she's going to get defensive, or you're going to waste your time and get frustrated because she doesn't do anything about it. The reason why she is the way she is because she doesn't have those habits. And no matter what you say, it has to come from inside her. She has to be ready to do that. So leading by example. If she brings something up or it's in the topic of conversation, just be that person for you. And then other people that are around you will see that you're taking care of yourself. They'll see that. And maybe they'll ask questions. Maybe they'll be curious. Yeah. You just got to do yourself. There's There's really nothing else about it. Just being honest. There's nothing you're going to do. You can't force her. What are you going to do? Have an intervention? You and other coworkers are going to get together and be like, you should start changing your habits. Yeah. Good luck with that. Not something that you should worry about. Which is frustrating, right? But you can use this in terms of talking about it with family. And people are like this with family too. It's not easy. You're going to have family that treats it the same way. You want to help them, but they have to want to help themselves. You can't train for them. You can't eat for them. You can't sleep well for them. You can't do any of these things for them. And one of the hardest things, or what people can't really swallow, is like when you make those positive changes and you both come from the same place, and then they see you making these changes and they get defensive and they get frustrated because they internalize it, because they know that you both were in the same upbringing or in the same household or in the same town or in the same environment, and you broke out of it. You made those positive changes and they resent the fact that you did that. So a lot of times people either support you at the beginning or they'll support you in general quietly, but then quietly like, and that's why you kind of grow apart from people. But you have to do it yourself. That has to be your identity. So it doesn't really matter what they do. You have to do it. And especially if you're going to talk to someone about it for whatever reason, and that's not literally everything that you do, and you're not all about that, then you're being a hypocrite, and people are going to see right through it. And then they're going to look for every last little excuse or crack to give you shit for you making progress and improving your life. So you just got to ignore it. It's unfortunate. Sheena says the only thing he can do is lead by example. Any comments are going to make her possibly go even further into a downward spiral. Quite possibly. All right. Knowledge cock time. Let's fucking go. Oh, that's fucking fire. I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. All right, fam, hit the thumbs up button. Peeps on Zarumble. Reminder, the full show is exclusively on Rumble. So after this section, we are switching over to Rumble on the Daily Swole, rumble.com/the Daily Swole. Make sure you hit the follow button, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, even if you are watching on YouTube and so on and so forth. But link is in the description so you can shift over there, or just go over there right now. And you don't have to change at the time and miss a moment of the Sleazecast. Hashtag no dirty dicks for a chance to win today's Swole card. And let's, kind of follow up a little bit on that last topic, because I think it's really important. Elizabeth says, yep, just live your life. If she comes to you, then you make the effort. But until then, nah. I've just lived up to my words and eventually had a few cousins asking me for help with nutrition. Otherwise, you do you is how I live. Loretta on Rumble. Person has to decide for themselves. That's like trying to tell an alcoholic not to drink. Yikes. Support them. Don't preach to them. Cerny says, don't worry about what other people do or won't do. Take care of yourself. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, there's really nothing else to it. There's really nothing else to it but that. Like, aww. It's frustrating. I know that's not the advice that you probably want to hear, but you can't tell people to, hey, you should eat better. You should this, you should that. It happens with me when I have certain, interactions with people, when I go and get like, my hair done and my beard cleaned up like I did yesterday. And I'm just stating facts. I'm like, oh, my shoulder hurts, my knee hurts like this and blah. Well, you you need to eat better and go to sleep and stop consuming all this processed shit. It's like, you have to fucking change your habits. I don't have any filter either, so I don't give a shit. I'm like, well, start eating steak. Stop complaining about shit that you're actively not changing. People are going to complain about something that they're actively not doing. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. If you're not going to do it, shut the fuck up. Stop complaining. If you're willfully doing something, then you're going to complain about it. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut up.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Yeah, that's also a good point. But I don't know what it's like in Paraguay. But Nick says, sounds like an HR issue just waiting to happen, especially if a man makes a comment to a woman, especially regarding weight. Yeah, you're better off just ignoring it, unfortunately. Okay, let's see. Melissa says, I've learned to stop offering help. If a person wants it, they'll ask. Not worth sacrificing your personal peace for. It's the same thing with anything like that. How many people that I've brought up like years ago about Bitcoin, I don't even bother anymore. People are going to come and ask me when it's fucking going up like crazy and the dollar's debasing super rapidly. And then they're going to be curious. They don't want to listen to me when it's like 15 or 10 or 4. They don't want to listen to me then. but you know, they're going to come up to you, right? When they're going to give you shit when you start eating better, building different habits. And then when you start looking more jagged, like, oh, then they're going to start asking questions. They'll wait years and years and years and years and years and years until and you're just thinking like, why not start now? Why not just start? Why not just start? Just build those habits as if you're just going to be like, I'm going to get in shape now. You know, this is just your starting point. It's still going to take you fucking 5 or 10 years. So why not start 5 years ago? You'd have amazing results already. Right? Yeah, it's unsolicited advice. It's like someone knocking on your door trying to sell you solar. You're like, I don't know what goes on in your head, but get the fuck off my property. Like, get the fuck out of here. By the way, if you want to get rid of those people, just tell them you're renting. Just tell them you're renting. And they'll leave like, oh, you don't have any say in it. Okay. If you tell them you own the place, oh, you're going to have to scrape them off. It's like a bug that hits the windshield and scraping it off and that smears. Like, get the fuck out of here. I literally made that mistake. And this guy was like, okay. And he just didn't take no. And I was like, and I literally was like this. It was so funny. I wonder if I have that recorded from my doorbell camera. I wonder if I have that. I mean, I won't be able to find it now. But I was like, literally got to the point where I was like, dude, fuck off. Like, please, like literally fuck off. Like, get the fuck out of here. And he like started talking. I was like, I just closed the fucking door. I was like trying to be as nice as possible. Would not get the hint. So I like said, dude, fuck off. Seriously. Fuck off. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hashtag no dirty dicks. Let's get into some questions. And if you do have questions, hashtag ask Papa Swolio. And we'll get into this. Okay. Nuthan. Okay. Well, you guys will see how close I am. Nuthan. Your name's Nuthan now. Nathan Wadman. Jesus Christ. Papa Swolio, what's your ideal arm workout? I don't pick ideals or favorites or best, but an ideal arm workout. I don't often do arms together. I don't do like buys and tries and stuff like that anymore in one workout. I don't know if you're including the shoulders here, but for biceps, I'll do love preacher curls. I'll either do dumbbell preachers or I'll do my machine. One arm preachers are fantastic. I think one arm is better than two arm, especially if you're doing dumbbells or if you have the option with a machine, one arm preachers are fantastic. And I'll do either dumbbell hammer curls or preacher hammer curls. I'll just usually do 2 exercises. I'll do some sort of supinated position, whether it's supinated dumbbell curls or just like the preacher, and I'll do a hammer version or hammer position, neutral. And for triceps, I'll do one exercise that targets, you're always going to target all the heads of the tricep. You're just going to get more focus on certain areas. So I'll do one movement that targets the long head of the triceps a little bit more. So I'll do some sort of long rope, 1 arm or 2 arm tricep extension, either cross body with 2 cables or 1 arm or a long rope with my elbows like 30 degrees out to the side. You'll feel it right on the inside under part of your arm. That's the long head of the triceps. People are like, oh, you go overhead for a long head. No, that's incorrect. And then I'll do some sort of other, either Smith machine, skull crushers, which I love, and or an overhead tricep extension, either with a rope or I'll use my overhead tricep extension machine. And that's what I'll do. I'll do probably 2 different exercises, 2 for buys, 2 for tries. And I'll do 2 or 3 sets each. I'll do 4 to 6 sets for buys and probably 4 to 6 for triceps. Sometimes I'll do 1 or 2, depending if I do a drop set or depending what the split is. John says, virtual arms. I put a 1/2 inch on my guns. Fantastic session. Virtual arms. Old school. John going old school. Good man. Good man. Dope. Glad to hear it. All right, let's get into it. More questions. Hashtag ask Papa Swolio. And reminder, when we go balls deep, we are switching over exclusively to Rumble. So make sure you click the link in the description, rumble.com/The Daily Swole, and follow over there. I know some of you still are watching on YouTube, but you will not get the full show. So just make sure you're ready to switch over. Felipe Diaz. Monsieur Felipe. Papa Soya, what do you think about HMB's nuts, HMB and BCAA supplements? Do you have a favorite supplement for enhancing? A favorite supplement for enhancing? I don't take BCAAs. I do not take HMB. I'll take vitamin D. Yeah, I live in Florida and I'll still take vitamin D, especially around this time of year. And I will also take magnesium. Let's see, for supplements, and I'll do my grass-fed and finished whey protein concentrate. And the reason why I like that, it feels good, digests really well. It's from Jersey cows, which are A2 casein, so like digests really well. Haven't had any issues. I've had proteins and I've tried different kinds until I'm like, oh, this one doesn't blow up my gut. Feels fucking great. Mixes great. It's unflavored. It's the best mixing. It's the best fucking mixing protein I've ever tried in my life. So yeah, I definitely don't take those supplements, BCAAs, and yeah. Eat some fucking steak. Most people just need more protein. So I try to aim for around, or at least, I just try to eat as much protein as possible. Rather than saying, I'm trying to eat a gram per pound of body weight. It's so hard. I'd rather have more. I just eat. So I'll probably do 50 to 100 grams usually of the whey protein. I'll have 50 in the morning, first thing. And then after a workout, I'll have another 50. And then I'll probably have kefir, maybe a little bit of kefir during the day, or have some other steak or this. So I'll get the protein, usually probably around that amount, but it's hard. So I just don't even worry about it. I just try to focus on protein. Whenever I'm eating, I try to focus on protein first. And that's what I recommend for people. And fill in the gaps with fat. And I'll eat liver. I have liver every day. The rhyme scene. The rhyme scene. Papa Soya, give me a recommendation. Cardio before or after to lose weight? Irrelevant, but definitely don't do cardio before you lift weights. That's retarded. Exhaust yourself before you lift weights. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And also, I've been posting these training videos on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. I see some people like, oh, a great mass builder, supersets. I don't do supersets anymore. Drop sets, maybe depending on how many reps I get. If I put on too much weight and I only get 3 or 4 reps, I might do a drop set. Or if I'm only doing 1 set, I might just do a drop. That's a great way, because the other day I switched my routine. I switched my kind of split, and I did triceps like 2 days before. So I only had one. I mean, it was like a Sunday. What's today? Friday. So maybe it was Tuesday, and I did triceps again after chest. So, but then I'm probably going to hit them every 4 or 5 days. But it was only 2 days since the last time I did them. So I wanted to hit them, but they weren't really fully recovered. So I just did one hard set with like 1 drop. But where was I with that? Oh, I was talking about supersets, because supersets are really just extending a set. So you're better off just resting and then going heavier. If you're doing a superset, you're not going to be able to lift as much as, even if you're doing biceps or triceps or chest and back, you're like, well, my chest is working, my back is not. Are you using a different body? Are you using a different body that I'm not aware of? Are you doing chest on one person's body and then switching to a different person's body? It's the same body that is fatigued and physiologically drained from that last set. If you truly went to failure, you truly pushed yourself hard, you need to recover before that next set. So I don't do supersets anymore, and I feel so much better for it. It feels good because you're just sending a lot of blood to one area. But I don't care. I'm not trying to get a pump. If you lift heavy and you train hard, you will get a pump. A pump is just transient hypertrophy. Your body is sending blood to that area. A pump doesn't mean you're building muscle. It feels good and it's like, oh yeah. And that's like what kind of look you want. You want your body to grow so it looks like that more often. But obviously I don't walk around with a pump. When I'm training and I do a video or something that's right after I train, or I'm outside, I look like I'm saucing because I'm pumped up and my veins are coming to the surface to cool off the blood, and you're just glistening, pumped up. All the blood's in the muscles. When you're training, all the blood, most of the blood in your body is pushing to the muscle tissue. But that's not determining your growth. That's not helping you get bigger. It is temporarily. So I can grab 10 pounds and just do curls and get a sick fucking pump. That's not going to get me stronger and build more muscle though. Swole Monkey, I bought the bulk supplements, magnesium, from your Amazon store. It tastes horrible. Do you mix it with anything? No. Tastes like absolute dog shit. Enjoy. It tastes fucking disgusting. Yep. Just drink it and deal with it. That's the thing. It tastes horrible. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I never cared. If something's effective, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what it tastes like. I'm not sitting there like washing it around, drinking it for like pleasure. I go ding 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 with it in like an ounce or two of water, down the hatch, done. Ugh. And it's over. So. Don't be a pussy. Drink the fucking shit. Eat that cop poop. You eat that cop poop right now.
60% of the time, it works.
Yeah, it tastes like raw fish. It's gross. It's disgusting.
That doesn't make sense.
It could taste like a dirty dick. Would you rather it taste like a dirty dick, Danny? No dirty dicks. I don't like the taste. Would you rather have a dirty dick in your mouth? Just think about that. Just think about that. Would you rather have a dirty, bleeding AIDS dick covered in COVID in your mouth? And when you realize, no, you don't want that, be like, this tastes delicious. It's all perspective. It's all perspective. K doing it. Where did you learn to swing the Indian club / mace? By watching some videos and practicing. By doing it. Dan says that escalated quickly, but that's the whole point. So we have the shirt, right? No, don't put dirty dicks in your mouth. What I really say is don't put dirty, bleeding AIDS dicks covered in COVID. I don't know if that would sell well. I don't know if people are like, I'm buying that. That shirt rocks. I'd be like, that's gross. Some people would be like, I'm buying that. I don't think that would sell. I feel like that would get banned. I feel like that would get flat. That would not do well. So that's what I really say. So when you wear that shirt, don't put dirty dicks in your mouth. That's what it represents for me. So you could fill in the gaps. I feel like it would have problems. I feel like there would be an issue there, right? I feel like there would be a problem there.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on
El
science.
Danilovich. All right, so we talked about this already. I'm not going to spend much time on it. It says, Elizabeth says, I'd buy that shirt. All right, we're doing it. What's the best way to get my friend to go to the fucking gym? I don't know. Tell them to, invite them, but who cares? Seriously, who cares if your friend goes to the fucking gym? I know people don't want to hear this. What's the best way? There is none. Do they want to go to the gym? So they go to the gym with you. Here's the problem. If you are inviting or bringing or quote unquote dragging someone to the gym, it's going to negatively affect your workout. Like someone that doesn't want to be there, that doesn't want to train hard, that doesn't want to, are you going to babysit them in the gym? Are they going to be late and be like, I don't want to go, and complaining the whole time and this, and the energy is going to be off, and you can just cut them loose and fucking do your shit? Encourage them to go, invite them, but don't slow yourself down. Whatever you do, do not slow down for anyone. Fuck them. If that friend just wants to go a different route, remember, not every friend is friends for life. People are friends for a season. You're a colleague, you know them, you start developing yourself and going a different direction, you start going left and they want to go right, fuck them, go left. Like you have to leave people in the dust. And the people that are right for you, that are on the same page and wavelength, they will come with you or you'll meet new people. Yeah, I cannot. That's why I don't like training with people. I don't like training with people because I want to do my thing in my way on my timing. I don't like training with people. I don't like showing them what to do. I don't like waiting for them to do it. I don't want to, okay, so let's do that. I want to be in my head just thinking. I don't even like music a lot of times. I want to do my thing and just, that's my peace. That's my meditation. I love it. I want to enjoy it. That's why I don't film my workouts often. Rarely. That's my time for me to train. That's my time for me to train. I used to do that when I was at the gym, but I was trying anything. I was doing whatever I could to get views. I was streaming on Periscope and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to do that now. I want to train. I want to work out hard. You see people doing videos. Like I was doing that 8 years ago, recording and talking when I was training. No. I'm focusing on my shit. That's my personal time. So that's my church. I don't want to do it. All right, EMMV 777. What's the best way to gain weight? Eat more fucking food and go to the fucking gym and lift heavy weights. Danny Fagan. How to stay motivated even though everything throughout the day makes it super hard. You're thinking about it the wrong way and your time management blows. So lift first, before the day starts, then there's no excuse. The day is going to be shitty or it's going to be hard. Train first. It'll make the rest of the day easier, and it's not about motivation. It's about doing it. So train first. You're welcome. Mad EZ, Papa Swole, what's the split you do? It changes, but right now I'm generally on a push-pull legs and I do things on other days. So what I always recommend is you have to really be honest with yourself. It's very tempting to want to do more days. And I was doing a 4 or 5 day split. So I was splitting up my leg days into like a hamstring glute day and then a quad focused day. But then essentially what you're doing is you're having 2 leg days, which is doubly physiologically exhausting. So I don't go by a 7-day week, but I like splitting up the leg days, but I haven't squared that circle for me. I always just keep coming back to like psychologically, I just want to focus on 1 leg day. It's enough. It's enough to make it through and train 1 fucking hard leg day. I know hamstrings are not as big as the quads, but it's physiologically draining. So to increase that to 2, forget about the local muscular soreness. Even if you're recovering completely, you are essentially just increasing the amount of systemic fatigue. So systemic fatigue, it's harder on the legs. They're larger muscle groups. They're further away from the heart. It's harder for your body to repair them and to like pump them full of blood. It's just more draining. Large muscle groups, lots of force, lots of overload. And, you know, if you're doing bicep curls with 30 pounds, okay, single joint muscle, you know, I mean, I know it crosses 2 joints, but let's just generalize, not as physiologically exhausting as doing hack squats or Smith machine or barbell squats or lunges or RDLs. Like that's a lot of strain. So it's something I kind of like deal with. I do like splitting up leg days, but just the doubling in the systemic fatigue, it's not something I look forward to always. So if I do that, I have to protract it. I'm not doing like a 5 or 6 day split. I'm going to have to do like a 10 day and do like every 10 days, I'll do each body part, right? I'll do hamstrings every 10 days or, you know, quads every 10 days. So it's every 5. I think it's honestly better doing it a little bit like sooner, doing less volume, because I can just have the intensity for like a couple sets. Like for hamstrings, you don't need to be doing, you know, 10, 12 sets for hamstrings. That's ridiculous. You don't need to do that if you're more advanced. For me, I'll do like 4 sets. That's it. I'll do 1, maybe all out set, maybe 2 for like seated hamstring curls. And then you don't need to do seated hamstring curls and lying leg curls. You don't need to. You could do that in doing like a seated or a prone leg curl or like a Nordic curl, and then doing an RDL or good morning. That's fucking all you need. That's really all you need. You do one with like that nice eccentric stretching, like an RDL, which is fantastic for the glutes. Good mornings on a Smith machine is a favorite of mine. And even though, you know, I don't pick favorites, but I really enjoy it. It's a great feel. And then 1 curl, and you can switch up the curl, but the seated leg curls are fantastic. So you don't need to beat a dead horse. You just need to train it hard and then recover. And I'll also do adductors on that same day. So what I found is, rather than, you know, do 2 days where maybe the volume is slightly more, it's just more physiologically exhausting. I'd rather do 1 day, then do an additional mobility day for legs, and just train it really hard, but do less volume on that 1 day, because I don't want to do 12 sets or 14 sets for legs. Like, no fucking way. So I'll do, you know, maybe hamstrings, 2 to 4 sets total, quads, 4 to 6 sets, depending on what I'm doing. And, you know, that's it. So I'll do like 10 sets, maybe total. Plenty, especially if you're training them hard. So generally, if you're looking for a split, you have to customize. Oh, and just to follow up with that before we go balls deep, I'll give you guys a moment. So if you have any last minute questions, you can drop in the chat. But for right now, while we finish this up, make sure you switch on over to Rumble. We're about to punch out on the YouTube. So if you want to watch the full show, come on over to Rumble, rumble.com/The Daily Swole. Link is in the show notes down below if you're watching on YouTube. So what I do is currently, or what you should be thinking about, is, what are you trying to prioritize? So if you're trying to prioritize, you have to figure out, I would say, like I always do, 2 body parts. Like, really, what do you want the most of your focus to be? Like what body part, what are you trying to bring up the most? What are you trying to target the most? And then work your program around that. So if I'm trying to prioritize, so right now, like my workout, my training is prioritizing, okay, I want to be mostly recovered. I want to be not mostly, but maximally recovered to focus on chest. So I'm focusing on like this cycle. What I'm doing is focusing on chest. And so that means that whatever the split is, it has to prioritize that. So if I'm doing chest, let's just say chest on a Monday or back on Tuesday. And then if I'm doing like legs, I'm doing like shoulders on Thursday or Friday. Let's say I'm doing shoulders and triceps. If I'm doing shoulders or arms or something on like a Thursday or a Friday, I'm going to be fucking sore. My arms are going to be sore. And that's going to affect the next time. Let's say I cycle again after that, like my chest, my arms are going to be sore. So what I'm doing now is I'll throw in a couple sets of shoulders, like middle deltoid or anterior deltoid at the end of a chest workout, and a couple sets of triceps. I'll train them really hard, but you don't need a ton of volume if the intensity is high. So if I train them on the same day, like after I hit chest, just boom, boom, hit a couple extra sets. It's a chest focused push day. And then in the 4 or 5 days or whatever, I'm fully recovered. So those muscles that get hit then with lower volume, higher intensity, they're not taking away from the next time I hit that priority muscle. So if you do the same thing with back training, you could do the same thing with legs. You just to make sure that whatever your split is, it's prioritizing the muscle you want to hit the most. And the muscle you want to hit the most, you want to make sure that you're the most recovered for it. You're prioritizing that. You're not doing things that are taking away from you executing that at your highest potential. Okay, good questions. Diesel switched over. Facts. Okay, fam. We are heading into some balls deep content. So make sure YouTube peeps switch on over to Rumble, rumble.com/The Daily Swole. Links in the description down below. And you can always catch the full show beginning to end on Rumble. Thank you so much for being here. And let's go balls deep.